How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with some more historic Brawl content. Today we are actually going to check out Lazav again. He's been on the channel before, but this time he is the leader of a tribal deck. Well, not really a tribal deck, a mechanic deck. And that's our Surveil deck. We did a bit of a Surveil deck with the Bant cards, with Tocasia at our lead. But the first iteration of the Surveil mechanic was blue-black. And while the Dimir cards were not that powerful, I guess they did do okay in Standard. Like, some of them did definitely see play. But, like, there's a large concentration of cards with the mechanic in this particular guild. So, thought let's build a deck around it and see how well it does. Especially since the rules with Brothers War codified Surveil as a mechanic. So as a result, a lot of cards that used to say you may either put a card from the top of your library into the graveyard or keep it on top got changed to just be Surveil. Curate is one of those cards. There are a couple others in black that benefit from the color, that benefit from the rules change, but decline. We don't really want to exile anything. Blood Operative also gets a lot better because there weren't as many ways to trigger him as there are now. We're also just a bit of a reanimator deck because Surveil kind of lines up nice with that. It's not as powerful as Mill for getting things in the bin, but like there are definite payoffs for Surveil that if you get one of them, you can run pretty successfully. And because Surveil in itself is a digging mechanic, it's not as hard to get your hands on as it might appear at first glance. I'm going to swing like this. I think they're going to block Lazav, and then we'll vapor away their creature. And they didn't. Sad. We'll just get an Oracle then. Atreus Oracle of Half-Truth. He doesn't Surveil, but he kind of surveils, right? Like, he makes two piles, and one of the piles goes to the bin. The reanimation spell would have been nice. We are up against shrines, right? So we'll make him cast Goshintai again. Even got a free shrine out of the deal. Having that one in the bin is pretty good. Although, to be fair, the Goshintai comes down again. I need to stop drawing lands, honestly. Does attacking help me here? So this might actually help. And then we'll just wipe away the shrines. And then we'll curate. Blood on the Snow. I actually want both of these. Take action. They had blocked with Goshintai to get the free kill on Artress. Like, that could have given us a good window. What I want to reanimate? Probably Artress again. So that way he get his trigger to draw some more cards. I don't really need the lands. That actually pairs up with Convene Concoct really well. So if they play their commander here, we can Dazzling Lights it and then steal it. I think that's going to be our plan for the moment. Still works even with Ethereal Absolution on the board. See, I don't know if you can hear that. It's storming where I'm at the moment. Had some pretty heavy rain. Always like rain. But I'm from a very rainy region, so it's a lot more common. Rude. Make him cast the Absolution again. Like, if they cast it on this board, they get domed. And that's going to be very sad for them. This is probably the safest play. I am going to try to make their day pretty sad, though. We'll keep Blood Money as a backup. You know, I want me one of those. Now let's see how the Goshintai deck functions without a Goshintai. Hopefully well. We could have played our Blood Operative there, but Sabotage probably just is better for us. Yeah. Like, Emergent Ultimatum is an emergency win the game, and we can't let that happen. Generally, that's what Emergent Ultimatum should be, but you don't always know, especially with, like, Goshintai decks. Like, if you're playing against a deck that's more centralized around a theme, they might not go out of their way to add in the, what is it? Like, some of the old lines were Vorin Klex, Kiora Bessa Sea God, and Liliana or Ugin. Not Lugan. It had to be Liliana. And those were the kind of piles where if he said no, if he said no to the Vorinclex, they got to kill 2 of your creatures and create a very powerful blocker. But if you said no to either the Liliana or the Saga, they just got the double counters for the Saga or the double counters for Liliana, so they could just ult her immediately, and it was not fun. I say that the reason it wasn't fun is because it was one of those brief windows in that dark period of Standard where a non-ban deck actually did okay. I say a non-ban deck, like, it was really Simic that was the issue during that time period, right? And it was mainly Uro's fault. But there were other cards that were decent that were also just Simic, and they certainly weren't helping the problem. So I think I'm gonna keep up my mana. So I can get a surprise blocker in. I'm surprised that Lazav's ability doesn't say sorcery on it. It kinda should. Wow. While the ability is on the stack, I'm going to bounce it. Because they can't flash in a creature to untap it. So the other deck I'm going to be building after I finish up this recording session is going to be a Gaia deck. I opened my first Gaia recently. And I'm kind of excited to see her do her thing. So we just really want to build up to we really want to build up to 6 mana. Rathercast, you can go to the bin. Phantom is kind of nice, actually. And then I can have Whisper Agent as like a surprise blocker. I'm still not convinced we don't just die to a mono green monster out of the sky anywhere. Why can't we count? Oh, green spells can't be counted. Okay. So if we had 3 blue mana, we could actually hold up mission briefing and unexplained disappearance, but we do not, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I think I'm gonna let that go. We really need to not brick on land, honestly. That's where we're at. Like, our board might not seem impressive, but it actually is comparable to the mono green board at the moment. It's gonna get worse, but to the bin. Transform, that's our 5th land. It's our 6th land. Okay. I feel a little more comfortable with where we're at. But I don't think I'm gonna Wrath. I think I'm gonna Death Hound. Because Death Hound is big. And then we'll stop her there for a moment. Like, we can steal Blood on the Snow to get back Sir Conrad. So our win conditions are still intact. In fact, we have Death Hound and Sir Conrad. Like, the enchantments are an issue. I didn't put in Phrakia's Chosen or an Invoked Spare. Anything that can really get rid of an enchantment, so we're kind of just dead in the water as far as they're concerned. What I really want them to do is to just run out their hand. And then I'll Wrath away the board. And then hopefully that'll give us 2 turns of, well, I don't think it will, right? Because they're actually drawing a card off of everything they cast. Like, if they don't kill us here, we're actually fine. This is a lot of damage, actually. I'm gonna take it. Blood on the Snow? What do I want back? Probably Sir Conrad. Yeah, there are triggers waiting to happen, opponent. Fortunately, one of our mana was not snow. That's our Narc as Kanta. As Kanta cannot be snow, unfortunately. Dream Eater actually does turn off the card draw for a turn, doesn't it? If we draw a land, we also have Cyclone Summoner, which just solves all the problems. I think I'm gonna Dream Eater. Get rid of the Toski. Like Conrad is our kill condition. Like, they have to be a little cautious now, too. Because if they just throw everything on board, there's a chance we do what we did last time they did that, and they take 14 damage and die. Which is looking suspiciously like it might happen. Like, we undoubtedly stop the Dream Eater. I mean, stop the Toski from drawing cards. Do we, though, now? Like, this is hard to say, honestly. Blood Money is great. I actually think I will keep the Snowland. Let's return that. Because it's not going to die. So there's a chance, because we can Surveil a bunch next turn. So I think we Surveil 3. A3Os can go in the bin, all of that can go in the bin. Except for you, I need you. So this is a bit of damage. Because we're going to Crux of Fate. No! Damn it. I always choose dragons. I don't mean to. GG opponent. I can cast spells that do nothing. Maybe I was just tipping them off. So like if Sir Conrad survives this turn. You may, okay. Yeah, if Sir Conrad survives, we win. You may, you don't have to. I feel like we may have killed ourselves by accident. I think that this game is going to be a loss, and it's going to be because I punted. Which kind of sucks. Ouch. Where are we putting the counter? I just need to not die this turn. I think we're back on the Cyclone plan if we survive, but they move the boots and we don't survive. Okay. Wow. Did not expect that. Have you heard a Cyclone Summoner? It's neat. It's real neat. Can they actually fix this? I don't think they might be able to. That's mana neutral. So if I draw one... You screwed that up too. Well, that's rude. So I think we hope we draw a land, and then we go for like the quick and dirty win, where we just cast 2 mana. How do I survive? Is the question. Like, this is not surviving. Like, we can win next turn, if we get next turn. But if they cast Titan of Industry and put a pair of boots on him, we die. Please be it. Yeah, I think we die. Boots on Titan wins. You didn't put a boot on a Titan. Weird. Okay. Sir Conrad. Ben? Crux of Fate? Heroic Intervention. Okay. Yeah, I think we're out. Our last line was defeated. Very sad, but that happens sometimes. It's been 24 minutes. That was a long game. We still have one more that we gotta get through. Like, we have some resilience, right? Oh, that's never a good sign. Let's reload arena. Whenever it starts wheeling like that, you know it's, that arena has decided that it's time to stop. I'm gonna load up arena. And not getting that either. I was saying there's an update. Either way, I think we'll end it there. 2 episodes, 2 games, 25 minutes. Not bad. Yeah. Bit sad to end on all black and green, but either way, I will see you guys next time. Bye for now.